Mr. President, I am Reverend Father Presidente Suganob, the Vicar General of the Prelature of St. Mary in Marawi of the Roman Catholic Church. Mr. President, I was taken as a prisoner of war together with one MSU female professor of the Mindanao State University, 2 lady church worker, 2 male teachers of the Dansalan College Foundation Incorporated, and 5 female teachers of the Dansalan College Foundation Incorporated. Along with us are about 200 carpenters, household helpers, children, and youth, and ordinary Christian settlers and other surviving tribes with us as captives, as prisoners of war. Mr. President, we are in the midst of this war. We are asking your help to please give what your enemies are asking for. They simply are not asking for anything, just to withdraw your forces away from Lanao del Sur and Marawi City, and to stop the air strikes, your air attacks, and to stop the canyons. Mr. President, from our heart, please consider us. You know, it's hard, Mr. President. From time to time, we hear bursts of gunfire from the ground of your enemies, heavy firearms from your side. It's hard. And Mr. President, they do not ask for anything. They just ask that you leave this place peacefully. Do not give so much attacks. The city in my background is ruined like this. And Mr. President, if you are in our place, you will really consider us, because you hear the outburst of gunfires and everything, bombs, canyons. Within us, we are victims. And Mr. President, if they have the good heart for us, considering, Mr. President, the about 240 prisoners of war, we're asking your good heart, please consider us. We want to live another day, want to live another month, want to live few years, and in your generosity, Mr. President, in your heart, we know you can make something. They do not ask anything, Mr. President. After all, this is their place. Give them the time. And Mr. President, we are knocking from your heart. Do not use violence, because your enemies, they are ready to die for their religion. They are ready to die that their laws will be followed in this place. Mr. President, you are from Mindanao. You know the conflict in Mindanao. You know the problem in Mindanao. I hope, Mr. President, you understand them. I am also saying these things, Mr. President, because you know the history. They have the right to live here. They have the right that their laws be respected. And Mr. President, you cannot use force and violence, because they have the commitment. They will die for this. They are ready to die for this. And so, Mr. President, we ask you, please consider us. Consider us. We are in the midst of war. We are victims. Do not be happy, Mr. President, that we are the collateral damage of war. We are already victims of heavy gunfires for 7 days. Mr. President, if you want me to kneel before you, just to knock your heart in favor of our families who are crying out there in our different places, and for our relatives, and for those other 240, Mr. President, we will do that. So, Mr. President, we're asking you consideration.